Welcome, I'm Shivani Sharma. In our pursuit to keep the nation first without any compromise, we bring you yet another special story. This time, we'll show you the operations of the Indian Coast Guard, the multiple mission organization that not only guards the long maritime borders but also protects ecology, lives, and environment at the sea.
Is critical as we have to prevent coastal area because in prevailing weather it is likely to hit our coast in next 2 to 3 hours.
As we are going to see a major mission being taken up by the Indian Coast Guard, I have with me the team of pilots, Commandant Rajshri, who's leading the team and is going to fly the Dornier, which is going ahead on the mission. Man, what is this mission all about?
This mission is all about pollution response, and we are fitted in pollution response configuration. We have spray pods over, and it is filled with oil spill dispersant, which are used to disperse the oil, which is in form of sleek.
The Indian Coast Guard has these Dornier aircrafts, which has Dhruv also that has been made by the HAL. It has 45 fast patrol vessels, 82 patrol boats, 14 patrol crafts, 18 hovercrafts, and we know that all these deployments have been protecting the seas. And when we are in Gujarat, we'll be going off Porbandar, we'll be going to Okha, and we'll show you how the Indian Coast Guard is not only apprehending the contrabands, apprehending poachers, and they are protecting the territories in the sea against any kind of illegal movement.
एरिया में पहुंचने के बाद में ऑन फील्ड कमांडर के साथ में बात करने के बाद में ही आप डिसाइड करेंगे.
As the Indian Coast Guard is taking a pollution response mission, I have with me Commandant Sunil, who will be flying this ALH and taking the mission ahead.
Whole idea behind taking such missions is to protect our environment and to ensure that our coastal regions are safe. And in such missions, time plays very vital role. All we have to do is that in time-bound manner we reach to the site and carry out oil containment.
So all these challenges have to be taken under account when the pilot is flying, and time is they have to take care of time because they have to be quite quick to stop the spill in the ocean. The helicopters give strength to the Indian Coast Guard, and I have with me the commanding officer of the helicopter squadron. So what are the major challenges when you are operating at this part? Because we know that Pakistan is there.
The challenger presently, basically we need to have the intelligence regarding any suspicious boat or vessel which is crossing our international maritime boundary line.
So these are the kinds of operations that are being taken up in this particular area where we see that Pakistan is close by, and a number of suspicious movements are being taken into account, and they are being apprehended by the Indian Coast Guard. So this is the most advanced version of the ALH that has been indigenously made, and how the operations are being taken up. As we show you how the missions are being taken ahead, you see the ALH now taking off for the mission, and these are multiple mission aircrafts with the Indian Coast Guard, and we see that this ALH has been deployed for the pollution response. It has to locate the area where the spill has happened, and within no time it has to start the operation so that the spill can be stopped. So this ALH is now moving towards the runway, and then it'll take off to the mission. now what we'll see is a drill where a helicopter has been deployed to control the spill in the Arabian Sea. We are right now at the Indian Coast Guard ship Sajak, and we are seeing these operations in the Arabian Sea where we see this ALH has come with a bucket which will spread and sprinkle the agent to control pollution and to control the oil spill in the ocean, the Arabian Sea, where we are witnessing these drills. So this is one of the drills, one of the roles that Indian Coast Guard undertakes beyond a multiple variety of roles, safeguarding lives, search and rescue operations, apprehending contrabands, apprehending illegal movement inside the boundary of Indian Sea. So this is how the spill is controlled with the help of the helicopters. As Team Republic is reporting on the prowess of the Indian Coast Guard, I have with me DIG S.K. Varghese, who is the commander of the Porbandar district. And this particular district is looking after the whole western maritime boundary, and it's quite vigilant. Let's talk more about the roles of Indian Coast Guard here. Sir, a very warm welcome on Republic. I would like to know what are the major roles that Indian Coast Guard is carrying out?
As we know that about 95% of our maritime trade by volume and about 77% by value is transiting through the maritime route. So it's a big responsibility to ensure that we maintain law and order and good order at sea. And also with that, we ensure that towards the blue economy, we ensure cleaner seas and we protect the environment. And we also know that we are dependent on fisheries industry. Our industry is about 6th largest in the world. So we do protect and we ensure the law and order for the fishermen while they are at sea.
Thank you so much for talking to us. So despite all the challenges, Indian Coast Guard is not only protecting the borders, it is protecting the ecology at sea, saving thousands of lives since its inception, and the journey goes on. Women officers of the Indian Coast Guards are equally deployed now, and we are in Porbandar station where we'll talk to Commandant Purnima Aruna. She'll tell us what is going on here. Ma'am, what are the roles in which women officers of the Coast Guards are doing?
Okay, a women officer in Coast Guard are doing multifaceted duties other than doing administrative and logistics job at base. They are pilots here, they are observers or navigators on board aircrafts, they are even flying helicopters. The women are deployed on board air cushion vehicles or hovercraft that go out at sea. And other duties that women officers are doing, they are doing air traffic controlling and med duties.
We see that Indian Coast Guard is guarding this maritime border quite extensively. Number of ships are there. So what is your role? What do you look after when the ships are sailing?
When ships are sailing, we ensure that they went out with all full logistic support so they don't face any difficulty while doing their duties at sea. We in base are better off because everything is available, but they are at sea with limited resources. So we make ensure that they don't face any difficulty while operating at sea.
Now we are on board the Indian Coast Guard ship Sajak in the Arabian Sea. We are sailing towards Okha in the Arabian Sea, and Sajak is the offshore patrol vessel of the Indian Coast Guard that has been commissioned this year in May, and this has 115 people's capability to carry it on board at the time when it is sailing. And you can see number of ships in Arabian Sea right now when we are on board Sajak. Let's talk to DIG Aniket Singh, who will tell us more about it. Sir, we are in Arabian Sea right now. We are on board Sajak. What is happening around us?
Today we are showing you, a lot of operation. Coast Guard has, Coast Guard does multiple operations at the same time, concurrent operations at the same time. So what we are trying to show you, you can see presently high-speed operation demo is in progress. And after that, we will show you search and rescue, how do we go about it, bit of external firefighting, and various aviation related actions what we do.
What we see is the search and rescue operation that is being taken by the advanced light helicopter of the Indian Coast Guard. You see how people who are stuck in the ship are being rescued, and in such several missions, Indian Coast Guard has safeguarded more than 10,000 lives since its inception in 1978. So we've seen that during the cyclone Taukte or the other cyclones, be it in the Arabian Sea or in the Bay of Bengal, the Indian Coast Guard helicopters have been safeguarding lives through these missions. Now we see the vertical replenishment where the helicopter, the advanced light helicopter, is approaching towards the ship, and it will be dropping whatever is required by the ship, and the signaling has already been done. We see two helicopters, one in the left and one in the right side of the ship. They are approaching towards the forecastle of the ship, and they will be dropping whatever is to be replenished to the ship. So when a ship sails into the sea, it goes for months together. Sometimes there are requirements of the ship which are fulfilled by these helicopters. When you're away from the mainland and away from your family, you need to be rejuvenated. And on this Coast Guard ship, these are the games that take place to keep the troops motivated, and this is the tug of war that is happening here, and these are the activities that are very important for the motivation of these soldiers, these sailors who are on board away from families for months together. Now we'll show you the night firing that is going to take place on the Indian Coast Guard ship, and you see the team is ready with the rocket launcher, the 84mm rocket that will be launched from this rocket launcher. Now you will see the firing is about to take place. The firing has taken place, and now you see this illumination round that has illuminated the whole area, and this will keep the light on for a long period of time so that the team has enough time to engage the target, to locate the target, and then to destroy the target. So you can see this is the effect that is created with the firing at night from the Indian Coast Guard ship, where we saw how the 84mm rocket launcher, the Carl Gustav rocket launcher, launched the operation and the firing took place. And this is the light machine gun, 7.6 caliber gun, which can fire 750 rounds per minute. And this is the exercise which is being demonstrated by the Indian Coast Guard. This has a range of around 1800 meters, so it can engage a target and it can fire upon any target up to that range. Sajak that started from Porbandar has now reached near Jakhau, and this is the IMBL, the International Maritime Boundary Line, and we are quite close to Pakistan. And whatever lights you can see right now, these are all the fishing boats. So it's quite a challenge for the Indian Coast Guard to identify, differentiate between the boats of Pakistan that sometimes intrude into Indian water, but a vigil eye, a human eye, all the systems in place, they make sure that there is no intrusion across the IMBL here in this part of Arabian Sea. This is quite close to Jakhau. That happens to be the most forward base of Indian Coast Guard in the Indian waters. now reached the remotest base of the Indian Coast Guard. This is the Jakhau base, and now we'll show you the operations of this particular hovercraft that happens to be the Air Cushion Vehicle, ACV as we know, and this is one of its kind craft that is an amphibian craft. It can move in the sea as well as on the surface, and you see the fans that have started before it launches into the sea. And the speciality of this hovercraft is that it can perform well on land as well as on water, and for various amphibian operations on the sea side, this hovercraft or the air cushion vehicle is quite important and is playing a significant role. And if we talk about Coast Guard, it has around 18 such hovercrafts. You see these tubes around this hovercraft, which gives it a cushion and it gives it the capability to move on surface as well as on water. The speed is very high of these hovercrafts. It's around 60 nautical miles per hour. So this happens to be one of the fastest boats that the Indian Coast Guard has. This craft, this hovercraft has enabled and enhanced the operational capabilities of the Indian Coast Guards. It's loaded with arms and ammunition for certain situations when they can be required. So now we'll take you ahead in the sea also on this particular hovercraft. This is the creek area, which is very sensitive in terms of illegal movement of drugs, suspicious movement from Pakistan. And the Indian Coast Guard has been defending, protecting the borders, and we are right now on these hovercrafts. This is one of the hovercraft of the Indian Coast Guard. So this is how widespread range of operations are being conducted by the Indian Coast Guard. These interceptor boats, these ACVs, big vessels, they all together, they are deployed, and all these assets are defending the maritime borders, helping the human lives, helping the people who are distressed at sea, including the fishermen, and also protecting the territories in water. Now we'll show you how the cockpit of the hovercraft looks like, since we know that hovercraft or the air cushion vehicle, the ACV, is a compact craft and the space is lesser. So this is the cockpit where the commanding officer is taking charge of the hovercraft as the pilot, and he has a co-pilot with him. And we know that hovercrafts are perfect for amphibian operations. They are performing. Now you can see the actual demonstration of the capability of this hovercraft. It is now moving at water, and you can see the land. It will be on land in just a few seconds, and once it will cross that land area again, it will be going into water. So this is the kind of capability of this hovercraft. This is a place quite close to the creek area, and we are moving towards the IMBL. Now we'll see how the hovercraft does the firing exercise, and we'll show you the demonstration of firing by this hovercraft, which happens to be one of the swiftest vehicles, the hovercraft that's also known as the air cushion vehicle. You see how it has been firing rounds here with the LMGs, HMGs that are deployed on it, and this is the exercise which is needed when some suspicious movement is seen across the IMBL. This is the live firing which you see here, the demo which is taking place at the IMBL. This is how the Indian Coast Guard, which integrates with all the other agencies and guards these maritime boundaries. The firing exercise is taking place. The commandos on top of this hovercraft are positioned and they are firing on the suspicious movements. That you see here, this is the demo of how hovercraft comes here, and then after information is received, these commandos are intercepting this whole area. They are searching the whole area on the basis of the encounter site. When they see somebody suspicious, they can also open fire, and they are ready for any kind of action at this particular place, the sensitive zone where these commandos are deployed. As we witness the widespread operations taken up by the OCVs, I have with me the commanding officer of OCV Squadron, Commandant Jai Om Singh Malik. Sir, a very warm welcome on Republic. We want to know about what is the capability of these hovercrafts and what kind of operations they take.
Ma'am, see, if talking about the air cushion vehicle or the hovercraft, it adds a very distinctive and a unique dimension to the maritime operations because of its amphibious capabilities, like the craft having capability of at sea and can be ready for the operation within 10 to 15 minutes of time. In addition, the craft can operate at a very high speed. We can operate 50 and even more than 50 knots of speed. In addition to that, the craft have the capability to go inside the creek. It can operate very close to coast where all other watercrafts cannot operate.
This is how the Indian Coast Guard is safeguarding the maritime borders and enforcing the maritime law and safeguarding life at seas. We'll continue to bring you such special stories no matter how difficult it is, because we believe in nation first, no compromise. This is Shivani Sharma signing off from the remotest port of the Indian Coast Guard.